What's up, folks? Anthony here, Special Analysis. Welcome to the video. In this presentation, I want to kind of walk you through what it is I do and offer on a daily basis for my clients who join me in the live market Monday through Friday, okay? The goal of this entire program is to help you see the market through someone's eyes who has been watching the market now for over 13 years. Listen, I'm sure you're doing okay. I'm sure maybe you could use some improvement. I'm sure of a lot of things, but all I can tell you that there's only one thing that has helped me grow as a trader, and that is putting the time in front of the market. Okay, now analysis is two-sided. What does that mean? It means that if we analyze this in the market, there is an upside potential or there is a point of failure, or inversely there's a downside potential and a point of failure. Knowing and understanding where those are relatively difficult things to do. So what I bring to the table 3 hours a day, 15 hours a week, 60 hours a month is live interaction with you. A lot of people ask me, do I have a Discord? No, I don't have a Discord. And the reason I don't have a Discord is very simple. The market can change in a split second. And in order for you to understand what's happening, I need to be verbalizing it while I'm showing it to you on a chart in real time, okay? The screenshots I take and then post them to the Discord, and by the time the questions come in and the answers go out, the opportunity may be gone. So I run live rooms. The reason I run them is, again, very simple, so that the market is running live, analysis can change in a split second, that something can come into the market very quickly that changes an idea, and it happens faster than I can update a Discord. So I don't do a Discord for those of you who are going to send me an email and ask if I have one. I do not, okay? Live rooms. You get to come to the room. Every morning I send you an email, unique Zoom meeting code. You get to join the room. I'll be there. You'll be able to see my charts. You'll be able to see my liquidity, my order flow, my book map for the markets that we're looking at. So it's not just analysis of price action. It's not just analysis of volume. It's analysis of aspects of volume. And what are aspects of volume? Liquidity, right? That's an aspect of volume. Order flow, that's an aspect of volume. So those are real other key components that do come into understanding what's happening and what could potentially happen. So it's a lot more in depth than just saying, all right, we're following some random pattern, because random patterns, frankly, don't provide you any statistical ability to, again and again and again repeat the same approach, right? Double tops can vary, double bottoms can vary, head and shoulders patterns can vary. And those variations come with a pair of analysis on the price action, analysis on the volume, analysis on the liquidity and the order flow. So when you can put all those pieces together, it does give you a much more accurate approach to reading the market. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every point of analysis I bring to the table is going to be completely accurate. Like I said, analysis is two-sided. I'm going to bring you real live interpretation of price action, volume, liquidity, and order flow. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that you can start to see the market from not necessarily just these candles on a chart, but from a much deeper approach to what the strategy for that day could potentially be. All right, if we have multiple time frames trending in one direction, guess what? We want to trade with the trend. If we don't have multiple time frames trending in a direction, we want to look for support and resistance, because we're going to probably want to look for either a reversal or a continuation trade, or again, a head and shoulders pattern, or perhaps a double top or double bottom, or higher high or higher low. We will analyze each market uniquely. We will also identify consolidation, because there's more often than not times that traders should simply be out of the market. And a lot of people think that I'm a day trader, I sit at the computer, I should be placing a trade every minute of every day. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. There are some days that go by that I don't place a trade at all, right? And that's normal, because let's put it this way. If I took 30 trades a week, I lost half of them, and maybe I broke even by the end of the week, what mental state am I in after all that? Right? I feel like I got beat up. But if I only take the highest quality trades, and maybe I only take 3 to 5 a week, how do I feel? I feel pretty good. So if I take 5 trades, let's say I lose 2 of them, I win 3 of them, I've made more than enough money that I need to make for the week, and I can carry on my life. You can go talk to the best traders in the world. They're going to tell you that most retail traders, their biggest struggle is over trading. It is. Okay? My approach is low risk, high probability setups through the experience in volume and price action that I have been studying now for 13 years. My goal, the purpose of my existence in this industry, is to help you see the market from a more advanced level. And the only way that gets done is by investing the screen time into acquiring that skill set. And my goal is to help you. Okay? Regardless of whatever commitment level you decide to get started with today, that's up to you. I will leave that decision to you. I am not a hard-pressed salesman. Most would tell you that I'm probably not even a great salesman at all, because my goal is to be so focused on the trading that the success that comes from that, folks just decide to gravitate towards me because they want to understand the way I interpret price action. Again, guys, it's not an overnight thing. Right? I tell retail traders that are new, listen, plan to suck for 3 to 5 years. Okay? It's going to take you that long to get through market cycles and things of that nature so that you even start to have an understanding of what you're looking at and what you're looking for. Right? More often than not, I'm looking at the market for a reason not to trade. And when the market gives me all the reasons to trade, that there's no reasons left not to trade, that's when I'm interested in putting risk on. And I want to teach you that because it's the only way to be sustainable in this business for a long period of time. Right? The market is an everlasting place where you can continue to earn a living, an everlasting place that you can pass on that knowledge and experience for generation to generation to generation. And I genuinely believe that. Okay? Right? Like, I went from a Main Street retail business owner, which I still am, but I gravitated in this direction because I knew the potential that there was to be had in this business. So, quick disclaimer here, guys. You got to understand that anything I share with you is for information and educational purposes. The whole design of my company is to help you see the market in a greater light so that you're able to grow as a trader. Okay? I'm not here to make you any false guarantees. I'm not here to tell you, that I'm going to fix all your problems, right? I'm the most transparent person in the world. I encourage you, before you get involved, go to anthonyspecial.com/disclaimer. Read through the disclaimer, understand the limitations of what I'm unable to provide to you, and understand what I am able to provide to you. I'm able to provide you analysis from an educational standpoint. Ultimately, what you do with that analysis is up to you, but as we go through this presentation, you'll see that many of my clients have fared pretty well. Again, guys, my name's Anthony Special. I'll give you a quick background. Born and raised Northern New Jersey, Main Street auto repair, gasoline retail, business. It was my dad's business. I took it over, had some really great success with it. Come from hardworking blue collar parents. I was fortunate enough to meet some great people, some along the campaign trail when I got involved in politics and things of that nature, but Steve Forbes, really great guy. We align on a lot of things. Have been openly endorsed by Kevin Harrington. You can go to my website, anthonyspecial.com, watch the endorsement video if you'd like. I'm not going to include it in this because I'm really trying to keep this kind of short and sweet because I rather folks who are interested to reach out to me. We can have a conversation. I don't have a sales team. I don't have a customer service team. You will talk to me on every occasion, right? You'll call me, you'll email me, you'll interact with me directly live every single day. There is no whatever, right? There's no layers. It's just me, okay? So with that being said, guys, like I mentioned, came from a blue-collar Main Street business. I still own that business today. I've sold good portions of it. I've done fairly well, but I've always recognized the value of being in the market. And I've also come to learn that being in the market is incredibly difficult. So with that statement being made, the reason I help folks read and interpret the market is because if somebody had helped me along the way, I genuinely believe with all my heart that I could have advanced in this business in tenfold in a much shorter period of time. And that's all my goal is. My goal is to help you advance along your trading career. Okay? So let's get started. We'll kind of walk through some things here. Again, my ultimate goal is to help you see price action and volume like you've never seen it before. Okay? We are all humans. We all don't know what we don't know. And the things that we don't know come from experience. And my goal is through my experience to help you see it in a different, perhaps better light, so that you can start to grow on that. Right? And I'll tell you something, guys. Every day I'm in the market, I learn something. I feel like I grow as a trader every day that I sit in front of the market. Imagine the experience you get if you just watch the market diligently for 6 hours a day. Okay? 5 days a week, that's 30 hours a week. Times 4 weeks, that's 120 hours a month. Right? Times 12 months. Times 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Imagine the experience you would have if you invested that much time watching the market, right? Well, I've done that, and I continue to do that every day. Guys, even when I've made what I need to make for the day, when I'm done trading, I'll fix my lunch and I'll come back to my desk and I will sit here and watch the market. Even though if I know I'm not going to place another trade for the day, I will sit here and watch the market because I genuinely believe that time spent in front of the computer, in front of the screen, is invaluable. Right? Understanding the intricacies of how price action and volume react to one another, how support and resistance is found, created, violated, perhaps repurposed. Those things are incredible. And the more time you invest, the more that you will genuinely understand them. So I would like, that's my goal, my purpose, is to help you read the futures market like a roadmap rather than an obstacle course. And I do this live every single day. And from a live perspective, I'm with you live. I set up and open the room. It's about 7 a.m. Eastern time. I'm on the Eastern Seaboard. I'm not too far from New York City, Manhattan. I open it up roughly around 7 a.m. I'm live with you from 8 until 11. I leave the room, all my analysis, all my tools up for your use through the closing bell. And when I'm sitting at the computer even after 8 to 11 and I see something that I believe could be valuable to you, I'll just jump on the mic and say, hey guys, I see that the Nasdaq's doing this. I don't necessarily like the S&P here, but if the S&P breaks this level, then the Nasdaq's got a pretty good chance to run. Right? I mean, wouldn't that be valuable? Right? I would think so. I mean, I'm trying to provide exactly what I was looking for my entire trading career. Right? I want somebody. I don't want a chat room. I don't want a Discord. I want somebody live. I want a human being with experience to share their knowledge with me on a live daily basis. That's what I would want. So, while I had to learn it the hard way, I've simply just created what I felt that I would have benefited from along my trading career. There are low risk entry points in the market. There are high risk entry points in the market. There are high probability areas that price could find resistance, find support, could be turned around, all of those things. Okay? Now, I call this trade potential because, listen, I'm a big proponent of something that we'll talk about shortly, but a methodology called pay yourself, protect yourself. Nobody went broke taking profits. So if our low risk entry point is at the base of this range, right? What do I want to do? As I approach each of these levels, I want to peel off a little profit. As soon as I start taking profit, I want to move my stop to break even because I don't want to let a winning trade stop me out. So I pay myself at this level, I move my stop to break even. I get through these two levels, I pay myself a little more. I hit another pivot, I pay myself a little more. I have a channel structure and another pivot down here, I'm going to pay myself a little more. Yes, did this fall 279 ticks? Yeah. Did you get out at the bottom? Maybe, maybe not. But who cares? You had chances to pay and protect yourself along the way. It doesn't matter if you're trading with full contracts, micro contracts, whatever it may be. Now, if you're a one contract trader and you just want a 2-to-1 risk reward, if the analysis fits your desire, great, right? If it doesn't, you will decide when, where, or if the market offers you exactly what you're looking for. Okay? Low risk entry point, same thing. Found a level that made sense. Boom. Where you're going to take your profit, pay yourself, and protect yourself. Right here at this first level that could provide resistance. And then we ran ultimately 143 ticks just into this level right here. Sometimes the market stops exactly where we expect we could find either support or resistance. Sometimes it doesn't. But all that matters is as soon as you start paying yourself, you start protecting yourself. Because that is how money is ultimately not only made, but preserved. What most traders don't understand is they come into the trading game aggressive. I got to make money, make money, make money, make money, make money. No. You have to come into the trading game passive, saying, I'm going to protect my money, protect my money, protect my money, protect my money. And as soon as the opportunity that strikes, where the market doesn't give me any reason not to enter, that is when you're aggressive. And that is the only time you're aggressive. Okay? These are the things that I talk through. Guys, while we're analyzing the market, sometimes there's things that need to be discussed, sometimes there aren't. But every week, there's at least a lesson or two, and those lessons come from my mistakes so that I can help you try to avoid making the same mistakes. Now, listen, I don't show account statements because I want you to, in fact, I hate showing account statements. And the reason I hate it, and I've actually stopped updating them, is very simple. It sets unrealistic expectations. I want you to know that I've been around this game for a while, okay? I've traded through COVID. I've traded through rallies and markets tumbling. I've through extreme volatility. I've traded through a lot of different scenarios. And ultimately, it's something that you will do along your career. You are going to take substantial wins. You're going to take, hopefully, only small losses, right? But you are going to, it's a game like this, okay? Most people's account statements don't go straight up unless they just get lucky, right? But this is not a game of luck. This is a business. It's not a game at all. It's a business of identifying low risk, high probability setups, acting on them from a conservative standpoint so that you can sustain your account for a lifetime, okay? There shouldn't be anybody that learns anything from me that blows up a trading account. Period. Because I am the furthest thing from this aggressive, listen, there's no Rolex on my arms, okay? There's no Lamborghini in the garage, okay? I'm wearing a $7 rubber wedding band, okay? Because this is not, you're in my home. That's my kitchen behind me, all right? This is nothing fancy, right? This is reality. Right? You're not going to see some YouTube video of me getting on a helicopter, with a bag of millions of dollars. It's just not who I am, right? And it's not who most of you are ever going to be. Right? That's all a facade. It's all rented. It's all production. It's all marketing. This is real life trading with real money, real analysis, real opportunities, and real risk that comes along with it. So, guys, I've been at this for over a decade. Okay? 13 years this year. I've met some incredible people along the way. Clients that have become friends, students that have gone on to be very successful. I'm not going to read through all the testimonials that are going to be kind of populated through here, but if you want to read them for yourself, I encourage you to. AnthonySpeciale.com/testimonials. Okay, there's just a slew of them. I've actually stopped adding them only because it was getting excessive. But the fact of the matter is, my goal is to touch people's lives who want their lives to be touched by somebody who's real. Right? There's no upsell here. I'm not trying to. You don't come into this program and then I sell you 5 more. Right? Like, I've worked for those companies. Right? Their whole business is selling. They don't care if the trades work out or not. It's just, what is the value of you, right? You come in on a low-priced product, and we need to get you to spend $9,000 to $12,000. No, it's not like that here, okay? It's not like that here. One-on-one, it's just me. I answer your call. I answer your email. I'm the one that you're talking to inside the live trade room. I'm the one in the chat. I'm the one broadcasting, period. That's it. There's nobody else, right? It's really just that simple. But you will see through this that folks have, really enjoyed that close connection. It's just different, okay? This is not a marketing business. This is, hey, I'm a trader. Hey, I wish I had access to someone and something like this along my journey. And if I can help somebody shorten their learning curve by helping them understand the market in the depth that I currently do, and as I continue to grow as a trader, can continue to share with them, that's what I'm here to do, right? And I'm looking for dedicated people, okay? If you're looking to get rich quick, I'm not your guy. If you're looking to be entertained, I'm not your guy, right? I am looking for folks who are dedicated to the art of the business of trading. Okay? You need to understand trading is a business, not a hobby. It's not part-time. It's a commitment. Right? Sometimes we come in 8 o'clock in the morning. By 8:30, we've taken a phenomenal trade, and that's it. Some of the people just leave for the day and they're done, and that's totally fine. Okay? Some days we sit it out for 3 hours and there is nothing to take a trade. That takes dedication. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. And a ton of patience. And if you're not that person, this is absolutely not for you. I'm just being bluntly honest and transparent, okay? Because I don't want somebody to come into the program and then, oh, this isn't working for me or blah, blah. No, it's not working for you because you're not putting the time in. I'm putting the time in. I'm putting the effort in. I'm providing the content. I'm providing the analysis, all right? So this is for dedicated people who are absolutely serious about trading. Again, no entertainment, no discord, no disarray of operation. Very structured. I am providing you with market analysis, interpretation, analyzing the market, giving you the probability or possibility of something potentially working, something not, and always assessing the risk. All right? It's very often that traders go like this, just looking for the opportunity, and they miss the risk associated with it. So I am very serious when I say I'm only looking for folks who are absolutely dedicated, that want to be profitable, consistent, successful traders. Well, I can't guarantee that for you because I can't reach through the computer and do it for you. I can tell you that I have taken folks who have never looked at a stock or a futures chart, and in 90 days help them get to a point that they are profitable. Okay? Not that I made them profitable, that they are profitable because they have had the opportunity to invest the time that it takes. They were dedicated to show up every day, no matter how they felt, and learn to read the market. So if you're a dedicated person, I encourage you to continue watching this video. If you're not a dedicated person, I encourage you to just stop, because we're just not going to be a right fit for one another. Okay? This is not a hobby. This is a very serious business that affords the opportunity for an unlimited amount of money to be earned. More money than any doctor or lawyer or accountant or attorney or government official, doesn't matter. Across the board, this is the single place where the most amount of money can ever be acquired, okay? In any form. And listen, my goal is to provide you with the ability to understand easy strategies. Trending market, we want to trade with the trend. Ranged market, we want to trade the highs and the lows, right? We want to trade the reversals. Consolidation, we probably don't want to trade it at all, unless we get a break at consolidation that tells us, hey, listen, this is with the bigger picture. This is a great low risk opportunity to partake. Volume supports it. Liquidity is clear, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards, right? Like all those pieces, okay? I have clients who, Gary's been a client of mine for a very long time. We speak very often on a personal level, okay? He was a tennis coach. He had his own business for 35 years. I'm not a teacher by trade, okay? I'm really not. My goal is to help people realize their potential in the market, okay? And my way of doing that is by helping accelerate the learning curve that it takes to analyze volume and price action and the components that go along with both of them, okay? The goal is to help you reach a level that you're able to live the life you desire, and that when it comes time to teach your children, your niece, your nephew, whatever, your cousin, how to do it, this is something that you have invested the time in, that you know very fluently. Okay, guys, this is no different than any other professional approach to life. Okay, it doesn't matter if you are a heart surgeon, you're a tennis player, or you're an accountant, or the president of the United States. It doesn't matter. Okay, you must deliver excellence to what you are doing, whether you're in business, or your retail business, or wholesale business, or in the trading business. It's all the same, guys. Okay? And when I say it's so easy, even your kids could do this, I mean that it's easy, that you can understand it, and that you can teach it to your children. Okay? Like I said, this is a kind of a legacy type approach. Again, I've taken traders who have failed miserably, folks who weren't even traders and had no idea what any component of analyzing the market looked like, and helping them through an accelerated period understand what it takes to be consistent, right? To become a trader. And my goal is that anyone who cares to help themselves will in turn pay it forward and help somebody else in their lives. Again, it's about mastering sustainable strategies. Whether the market's trending, whether the market's ranging, whether the market's consolidating, whether the market's reversing, it's about having a plan based on what the market's offering and being able to execute that plan. Okay? I mean, I've had plenty of people acquire funded accounts. Okay? Made my day and I learned something. To me, my goal is if you walk away learning something every day, you've gotten a little better with each passing day, and cumulatively, you will become better over time. $400. Had to grind it out, but got it. Mitch, $1,700 this morning. Guys, this is, 2 hours and 45 minutes, $1,700, not too bad. $1,100 here for Rob, $340 for Lisa. She crushed it that week. Like, it is what it is. Tipper, $750 here, one contract. Patty, Guys, these are all just regular folks. Most of them have very little or minimal market experience. And they've just simply made a decision that they want to advance in their trading career. People spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to college only to come out with very little experience, right? The real world teaches us experience. Well, the real market every day teaches us experience. If people are willing to invest 6+ figures and 4+ years of their lives to come out to basically start at the bottom of the career path which they're starting on, does a small investment in yourself make sense in a career path that in 4 years you can be, on the top of your game, not just starting out? That's a decision that ultimately you would have to make for yourself that I'm not going to make for you. $2,000, right? Nice and easy. All I do, and I want to emphasize on my comment here, all I do is share the data. You're the one in control. I'm just happy to be here alongside you. Let me read that one more time. All I do is share the data. You're the one in control. I'm just happy to be here alongside you. I'm here to provide the data. The data is the analysis of price action, volume, in real time, looking for opportunities, and avoiding risk. Okay? At the end of the day, the experience I share with you, the analysis I provide you, the interpretation and expectations I provide you are simply there for you to make a decision and execute your trade plan in order to partake in whatever the market may or may not be presenting. Again, guys, super clean, right? Another great trade. 20 ticks on the ES, and I learned something. Another great day. $1,000. Can I tell you or guarantee you that you are going to make $1,000? No. But if you're there and you're present and you're disciplined, right, and you're dedicated to doing this, over time you're going to learn. And the value of learning is going to provide you the opportunity to grow. The opportunity to grow is going to provide you the potential to become a consistent, disciplined, profitable trader. That's the goal, right? I can't guarantee it, but I can tell you that if you've studied anything long enough, you become, and you give it your very best, you become, to some degree, proficient. Right? It could be swinging a golf club. It could be shooting a basketball. It could be anything in the world that you desire. Right? It could be crocheting. Like my wife started crocheting. Right? Now she's creating these beautiful things out of balls of yarn. She's never crocheted before in her life. But imagine the skill set you can acquire by doing something consistently. By doing something with discipline, by doing something from a state of dedication. Trading is no different, guys. Right? We identify low-risk entry points. Where do we want to take profit? The first place that there's a technical spot or liquidity that could push back. It may only be a short bump like this that lasts a short period of time and only provides 25 ticks. But for a trader who's built that proficiency, that is able to leverage, right? Because they've built the account size that they're able to. Sometimes 25 ticks is all I need for the day, and I'm done. Right? Like that's the point you want to get to. Some trades are going to go on for hours, and there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of ticks. Other days, it's going to be a quick bump and run. It all depends what the market offers. At the end of the day, we cannot control what the market offers. We can only interpret it, analyze it, create an expectation for it, assess whatever opportunity or risk may be involved, and then make a educated decision if now is and here is the time and place to put risk on. That's all we can do. That's it. That's real life trading. And that is the experience I'm here to provide. Same thing, okay? Take a nice break of resistance. Market pushes up into new approached resistance, right? Old resistance becomes new support. Price pushes up. Got about 88 ticks here, a little short of that to resistance on the S&P 500. All right, we look at four markets, guys. Nasdaq, S&P, gold, crude oil. That's it. Four markets. Okay? We're not jumping around. We're not looking at Forex. We're not looking at cryptocurrencies. We're not looking at equities. It is four futures markets. We are analyzing them 90 minutes before the opening bell and 90 minutes after the opening bell. Why do I spend that time with you? Because during those periods of time are where all the economic releases come out, and those are typically the hardest time to trade. Right? There can be a lot of outside forces that create volatility. So having a full understanding of what's happening, when, where, and why, avoiding the risk and assessing the opportunity is the entire purpose for why we trade during those times. We can normally get the market to move for us, right? And if it's in a low risk environment, we can consider putting risk on the market. But we have to be able to be ready and willing to do so. Same thing here, right? Break out of the zone, pop right out, boom. 305 ticks on the Nasdaq. Unobstructed. Unobstructed from this level to this channel structure. You'll see, guys, that the majority of my analysis, all hand drawn. Okay? I am what I would consider classically trained in long-handed technical analysis. What does that mean? I wanted to know what the analysts knew 100 years ago. Right? That's what I want to know. Why? Because if it worked back then, it'll work now. More often than not, we're tricked into this idea of letting the computer, right, or technology do it for us. And there are millions of products and services out there that are technology-based. And more often than not, if you don't understand volume and price action to pair with those tools, they're going to blow up your account. That's what's going to happen. So I want to understand the things that matter. The things that matter are volume and price action. If I understand those two things, I now understand how the market works. I can then, with those two components, come in with that long-handed analysis and find support and resistance and interpret when, where, and how the market is likely to have a reaction that I can then assess the volume and price action at those areas specifically and decide if putting risk on is worth it or not. Okay? Those are the components that bring this all together. You have to understand them. Okay? So, same thing here, right? Low risk area, we get a push below a pivot. Notice the pivot here was previously providing support. And here, right, what was previous support gets broken, turned into resistance. We take a tumble here. This is on gold futures, and this is about 122 ticks from the break of what was previously support, now turned resistance into the next area of potential support. Just low risk, because we knew support was here. We broke it. Guess what? Unobstructed run for over 122 ticks. That's what we're looking for. Low risk, high probability. We understand that. We can then decide if it's worth putting risk on. And again, I employ and promote and advocate a method of pay yourself and protect yourself. Why? Very simple. Nobody goes broke. Nobody goes broke. Okay? Nobody goes broke taking profits. Nobody goes broke protecting their position. All right? My goal is to help you see the market from a conservative standpoint where we avoid the chatter, and when we can find low risk, high probability setups, we can analyze it, determine what the expectation should be, and then you have the information to decide if you are prepared to take action on that opportunity. Because we can't look for opportunity without assessing risk. It's no different than being in business. If you've never been in business, maybe it's not something you're totally fluent with, but when you're in business, when you're about to take a risk in business, you first need to assess the opportunity and the risk vice versa, right? If you're about to take an opportunity, that's what I meant to say, you need to understand and assess the risk associated with it. If this all goes wrong, what happens? Right? Well, every trade you take, if it all goes wrong, what happens? Right, guys? These are things you need to know. Some people say day trading is a hassle. Okay? It depends. Are you patient? Are you consistent? Are you disciplined? Are you going to show up? Are you going to say, I'm going to trade from blah, blah, blah to blah, 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 and I'm going to execute these strategies, and I'm going to consider, learning analysis, and I'm going to invest the time, money, and effort? It's not a hassle. It's just a strategy to earn money on a somewhat daily basis. Right? Some people go to work all day to make $200 or $300. Some people sit in front of the computer for 2 or 3 hours and make $2,000 or $3,000. It's ultimately up to you. I'm not here to dictate or decide that for you. Just simply express that the opportunity is here. If you're interested, my goal is to help you advance as in the aspect of understanding market analysis, particularly volume and price action. That's my goal. Whether you choose to act upon that goal or not, it's totally up to you. But when you have the right approach or approaches and the right information, meaning the right analysis, understanding of volume and price action, it does make it easier, guys. Okay? It does help the process in making it easier to get towards that profitability, get towards that full understanding, get towards that lowering my risk and understanding my risk and increasing the probability of success. All those things do, in fact, add up. And again, it comes with time and effort and experience. It's time in front of the computer. It's time studying the market. It's time, right? It's imagine you putting that time in. And that's what a lot of people cannot do. They just can't. They're not willing, they're not patient, they're not disciplined, they're not consistent. Paired with the fact that they probably just are having a hard time understanding what they're looking at because they haven't spent enough time watching it, understanding it, reading it. Okay? And again, my entire goal is to help shorten your process from wherever you are to wherever you want to be. That's my goal. Ideas to find low risk entry points, high probability profit taking points, right? Notice how price, just as it approaches my channel line, boom, we fall down. Then we come back. Then we break above. Then we come back. All right? What do all of these levels mean? They mean pay yourself and protect yourself. As soon as you start taking profit here, you move your stop to break even. Then you take a little more profit there, you take a little more profit here, you take a little more profit here. Okay? This is the Nasdaq. 924 ticks. Yeah, it took 3.5 hours. But let me tell you something. You didn't make that kind of money working 3.5 hours at your everyday job. At least most people did. That's for sure. All right. So sometimes, you got to be patient. Right? But once you've started the process of paying yourself and your stops at break even, You should be very relaxed. The market goes higher or lower, depending on the direction you're trading, I will collect more money. If the market doesn't, it's okay. I've already paid myself at either support or resistance. And if I get stopped out, it's okay. Life goes on. But I'll never know if I'm going to get that big potential run unless I give the position an opportunity to fulfill its potential. We don't know what its potential is until we get there, right? It takes time. So, again, it goes back to it takes time, right? Some trades are going to happen very quickly. Some trades are not going to happen very quickly. But if you're willing to digest the analysis, understand the interpretation and the expectation, pair that with risk management, pair that with an understanding of what's happening, when, where, and why, and you're prepared to take a risk based on the information you have, place your trade and allow it to transpire. Okay? $503 on gold, trading micros, right? You don't have to have this massive account to make $500 in an hour and 5 minutes. Right? You just have to be ready, willing, patient, consistent, disciplined. When the time is right, and you'll act upon it. That's it. That's it. People make it harder than it has to be because they complicate it, and I can tell you that from personal experience. And it's portrayed as easier than it really is by social media influence. Somewhere in the middle is reality. And my goal is to help you see and understand reality inside the daily live analysis room. If you're interested in partaking, if you are a dedicated person who is willing to be patient and consistent and disciplined, who is not looking for somebody to do it for them, but for somebody to help them advance along their career as a trader, then perhaps joining me is worth your while. Right? If you're somebody who's impatient or looking to be entertained or looking to point blame on their lack of success, then this is definitely not for you. Right? This is definitely not for you. This is not a game. This is not entertainment. This is not me jumping up and down like an idiot like the guys on YouTube do. This is just straight up. This is what I see. This is what I expect. If it goes wrong or if it turns around or blah, blah, blah. It's very black and white. That's it. Okay? The gray area is the risk. And every trade involves risk. If you can't understand that and you can't sustain the risk that goes along with this business, then this business just simply isn't for you. So if you want to trade live with me, meaning join me every single morning from 8 to 11 as I analyze, interpret the market, as I give you expectations to what I believe could potentially happen, then so be it, right? I mean, I got a lot of great clients who have made a lot of great success. You know, again, you can go to anthonyspecial.com/testimonials. You'll see hundreds of folks who have done okay, right? Can I guarantee you that you're going to be profitable? No. Can I guarantee you that this is going to change your life? No. You're going to change your life. I'm going to help you interpret the market. That's how this works, right? Trading is the most personal accountability. When it comes to trading, either you're right or you're wrong, and there's nobody to blame but yourself. Like, it is the highest degree of personal accountability when it comes to trading. Right? You've analyzed, you've interpreted, you've created an expectation for what may happen, when, where, and why. You have a trade plan. You execute the trade plan based on a low risk, high probability setup. You know there's risk. The market's going to do whatever it wants to do. Once you've done your job, you have to accept that either you're right or you're wrong. Where are you wrong when your analysis has been proven invalid? Where are you right? Where your analysis proves that the market went in that direction to at least that point. That's it. So simple. Right? It takes time, effort, energy, consistency, discipline, and dedication. My clients who are dedicated show up every single day. Why? Because they've had the opportunity to grow over the years, because they've invested the time and the effort and the consistency and the discipline into understanding what the market's doing, when, where, and why, so that they can build their trade plan around it and execute accordingly. That's how it works. Listen, guys, I told you guys before, like, I've traded through some extraordinarily volatile times in the market. One of them being the COVID crash on crude oil, when oil went below zero and nobody even knew it was possible, right? When that happened, I captured $100,000 on the way down in one single trade. Right? And again, I'm not showing you these account statements, and again, I don't even do this anymore, but it was in this slide deck, so I just left them there. I'm doing this to show you that I have traded through some atrocious periods in the market. Right? It is what it is, guys. Right? You have to be ready and willing when you see opportunity. I saw opportunity, I was ready and willing. I executed. If I was wrong, I was wrong. But if I was right, I became very profitable. And I've done this many times. But the reality comes to, are you ready and willing? Are you prepared? Have you invested the time? And will you take action when it's presented to you? I don't know. Okay? But as I've kind of shared with you throughout this presentation, Ken, $2,200, Trevor, $1,400, Lisa, $950, Ben, $200 yesterday, $182 today, Gary, $500, Roger, 44 ticks, and I learned something. My goal is that you learn something. That's my goal. Right? If you make money, wonderful. I know that if you practice long enough and you're dedicated long enough and you're consistent long enough, that profitability is achievable. The question is, are you? And if you are, and you're willing to be, and you would like to join what I call the special analysis family of traders, because we are a family of traders that get together every morning in order to achieve the exact same end result, right? Then you'll join us. And I hope that you would consider it if you are the person that is dedicated to doing this. If you're not, I understand. And it's totally okay. Right? I don't want to waste your time any more than I want you to waste my time. It's that simple. Okay? I know that may sound raw, but it is absolutely the truth. I'm 100% transparent. So if you would like to trade with me, if you'd like to hear my analysis, if you'd like to see my charts, if you'd like to view my order flow and liquidity, this is here for you, right? Nobody's holding a gun to your head. Either you're willing to help yourself, or nobody's going to do it for you. That's what it comes down to. It's all about a decision. Life is full of them. Good decisions, bad decisions. You have to ultimately decide, right? Are you going to stay where you are? Or are you going to travel down a different path? If you're brand new to trading, it's a long road, 3 to 5 years. Okay. If you have been trading for a little while and you're not quite where you want to be, my goal is to help you accelerate towards the 13 years of experience that I have. And if that helps you move along your path to becoming the trader you desire to be, that's what I'm here to do. Right? I'm not here to dictate anything to you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to help you grow in your journey of understanding the only two things that matter in the market: volume and price action. That's it, guys. So that you can find low risk areas here, you can take profit, move your stop to break even, Take more profit, take more profit, take more profit. That's the goal. The goal is to have an understanding of that. Know that we break out of a consolidative state. You can jump in. You can see we take another big push. Where do we take profits after consolidation? Boom, right here. Market breaks, it's probably grabbing liquidity and it falls back down. Where are you to say, hey, let's take some profit? We don't have a target, that's okay. But if we have liquidity, liquidity is going to get consumed. Liquidity to the market is like oxygen to a fire. If there's resting liquidity in this area and price breaks to the upside, trust me, it's going after that liquidity more often than not. So we know at the liquidity, we have to pay and protect ourselves. If you're not interpreting liquidity right now and you're trading, you're missing a large picture. Okay? It's part of the order flow family of ways to interpret depth of the market. And I genuinely believe it's extraordinarily important. And that's why I provide it to my traders. Because the fact of the matter is, the market is moving. Okay? Algorithmic trading, high frequency trading, retail trading exploded during COVID. It is moving. And the question is, do you desire to be part of it or not? I don't know. You'll actually have to make that decision to take action. If you want to grow, it will take a state of action and commitment in order to grow, get started, advance along your career, take it to the next level, whatever it might be. So you can sign up today. You can join the Special Analysis family of traders. You can decide what level of commitment you're willing to make. Right? I believe I am priced extraordinarily fairly for the product, service, and amount of time that I commit to delivering you. Right? This is not just some Discord and some chat room. Right? This is live interaction in real time while the market's transpiring. So whether you decide that you want unlimited access for $49.97, annual access for $29.97, or monthly access for $2.99, that is totally up to you. Okay? There should be a link somewhere around this video, whether it's off to the side or below it or wherever it may be. Okay? You can click that link. You can make a decision. The annual and unlimited access are only accessible via bank wire. Okay? And the monthly access can be paid via credit card through PayPal. Understand that you are, upon purchase, recognizing the entire disclaimer, anthonyspecial.com/disclaimer. You are agreeing to the components of the disclaimer. There are no refunds, there are no credits, there are no prorates. Okay? Not to sound mean, it is just me. It is you as the client. It is my goal is to deliver the highest level of market analysis, interpretation, and expectations. I don't play games. I don't have time for games because I'm focused on the market. My clients are focused on the market. I don't deal with tire kickers or any of that. So again, not to be mean, not to be rude, all right? I know this is not a traditional way that you're sold a product or service because I'm not a traditional guy in my humble opinion. I am just a genuine person who is trying to provide a product or service that I was seeking while I was growing as a trader. Now that I am still growing as a trader, but I have advanced along the way, 13 years into this journey, my goal is to help somebody else excel through the periods that took me so long, right? It took me so long. Average is, again, 3 to 5 years to take it to a level of consistency and profitability. My goal is, whether you're already profitable, is to help you get to the next level. My goal is, if you're not profitable or you're starting out, to help you understand how to start getting to that point of being consistent and disciplined and profitable, all through understanding the only two things that matter in the market, and that is volume and price action. So my analysis, along with the volume interpretation, the price action, the expectations, the risks, are all the things we're going to discuss so that you as the trader have the opportunity to make an educated decision to execute your own personal trade plan. Guys, I appreciate your time. I look forward to hearing from you. You're more than welcome to email me, info@specialanalysis.com. God bless, and I will see you in the next presentation, and I look forward to trading with you.